Earnings season is one of those key moments to watch for the year. Of course, we get it 4 times in January, April, July and September. The history of 2023 has seen earnings in the US particularly stronger than expected. And looking into 2024, with the Fed expected to cut rates 3 times next year and US economic growth remaining strong, we should actually see a fairly benign environment for US corporate earnings. That should continue to support stock prices. We had a year of rebound in 2023, and 2024 should be a year of further progress. UK ISA season takes place in February onwards, and of course in a world of higher interest rates it does mean that investors have to shop around more and more, and it's important to remember and consider IG's investment offering when you're looking at this. Don't forget, we still can see a world of higher stock prices even with interest rates at their current levels, and indeed with rates expected to start coming down in 2024. That should also increase the attractiveness of many of the dividend stocks that populate the FTSE 100 and other major global indices. 2024 is going to be a year of elections, and the US one in November is the biggest one of all. Once again, it is seeing Trump making a run at the presidency, and current polling puts him neck and neck with incumbent Joe Biden. Now, US markets and indeed global markets always keep an eye on the election. It's sure to provide volatility, as it did in 2016 and 2024. So the outcome of that will be closely watched around the globe. 2023 has seen a resurgence in global conflict. Unfortunately, we've still got the war in Ukraine, with Russia still entrenched on Ukrainian soil and no sign of that ending, with also the conflict in the Middle East likely to remain a global flashpoint as we head into next year. We are concerned obviously about the impact on the global economy as well as the humanitarian impact. Nonetheless, so far those two conflicts appear to remain contained to their current participants. And this is the key thing to bear in mind, that whilst they do provide potential for volatility, particularly in oil prices, it is just something that investors need to keep their eye on. And the UK, of course, goes to the polls in 2024. Now, we don't quite know the exact date. It could be October or November, or as early as the summer. Now, with the Bank of England beginning to cut rates, once again, are expected to cut rates, it also will be a key moment for investors to see which party offers perhaps a comprehensive programme to get the UK economy moving again, because certainly the last 2 years have seen flagging economic growth and a disappointing performance all round for one of the world's most important economies. Whoever wins the election will inherit a UK economy that faces major challenges, and it will continue to be a tough call in persuading global investors to invest in UK PLC. Interest rates have been perhaps the big event of the past 2 years. Really, we've seen an upsurge in global inflation. We saw central banks push hard on rate hikes during the course of 2022 and 2023. But as 2023 comes to an end, we're now talking about when interest rates might start to come down. The Fed has already signalled that it is expected to cut 3 times in 2024, although the market thinks they will do more than that. And other central banks may well follow suit as well. So we've gone from a world of rising interest rates to ones where they start to come down to an extent, which will, of course, likely have a beneficial effect on global markets and help to support economic growth, which then could feed into further gains for stock prices during the course of 2024. IPOs have not exactly been hot property over the past 2 or 3 years. Really, a decline in stocks during the course of 2022 and rising interest rates meant that it wasn't really a conducive environment for new companies to join the market, although we did have some big names during the course of the year. But as you look into 2024, there are several still waiting in the wings for their chance to join the global marketplace. Most notably, fast fashion retailer Shine, which is looking to join the market with a valuation of over $40 billion, which will put it ahead of major global retailers. That's a sign that fast fashion is not going away. Also on the list for next year, we do have Reddit as a possible candidate, marking yet another tech social media firm that could be joining the global tech giants like Meta and Apple. So after a quieter year for new companies, we could really see IPO activity ramp up in 2024.